We live in a state, in a country that doesn't like us. They're trying really hard to get rid of us. That's scary, but I still have, trans youth coming in here hoping that the bathroom is going to be safe for them because it's not safe in most places in the state anymore. It's a really scary time to be queer. Under the Umbrella is a queer-specific bookstore. We are really, really gay here. Everything in the store is queer in some way. Queer authors, queer content, discussing issues through a queer lens. Really everything about what I do is queer. I'm Kaitlyn Mahoney. My pronouns are they, she, and I am the owner of Under the Umbrella Bookstore in downtown Salt Lake City. I was not one of those people who knew from a very young age, I'm gay, I'm trans. But I think there are also a lot of people like me who needed a little more time. I was really trying to figure out who I was and what I wanted in life. I wanted to read more about those different identities that I hadn't considered to see how they do or do not relate to me. They don't make it easy to find queer narratives. So 2021, I made a New Year's resolution, and by November of that year, we had Under the Umbrella. And when I opened it, there were no other queer bookstores that I could find, like specifically queer bookstores, as in everything in the store is queer. I couldn't find another store like that in the United States. I wanted something that was queer, but that expressed to people, no matter where you are, under the queer umbrella, under the LGBTQIA+ umbrella, there is space for you here, you are safe here.
One thing that this space does really well is bring people who are in different places in their journey under one roof so that they can interact with each other. Anyone can walk in here and find a place where they feel comfortable or find a story they can relate to.
I wanted people to walk into the store and be like, there's no way that everything in here is queer. There's no way there's this much queer literature, and there is. We've always been here this much, and we just haven't been allowed to be visible, but we're here. And you're here, and I'm gonna help you find a book that you identify with. I think in a situation like this, where, maybe if you're questioning something, you might not feel comfortable talking to somebody and ask for a sapphic romance. So one of the things that I decided to try was these identity bookmarks, where you could go around the store and see for yourself if a book has an identity that you're interested in learning more about. So you don't have to talk to me if you don't want to. You can just look for those non-binary book flags and know that there's a non-binary character in there that you can relate to. I also, again, wanted that visual representation of queerness all over the store as much as possible. I want you to see the lesbian flag, I want you to see the gay flag, I want you to see the trans flag, the bisexual flag, the agender and asexual flags. That visual representation, seeing yourself and your identity reflected back at you is so important, and this was just another little way to add that element for people.
One of the backbones of a bookstore is holding author events, and that includes local authors as well as bigger authors. We do try really hard to be a platform for indie authors, especially BIPOC authors, and of course they're all queer.
And prioritize those stories that are at the bottom of their priority list. So, Black trans women, we've got Miss Major's memoir that just came out last year, which I can't believe everybody isn't reading, because oh my God, Miss Major, who was there at Stonewall, is still alive, and we can be supporting her with a book right now. Let's do it.
Having people show up, buy books, participate, interact with each other, with the author, with the people hosting the events, it shows that there is community interest and that places like this are important. It helps promote third spaces, which is a place outside of work, outside of your home, where you can go and just be, and where you can meet people and make connections.
Queer Poetry Night, which is a really beautiful experience, 60 people in here sharing their own poetry. It's a beautiful experience. We do workshops with the ACLU on how to get your name changed legally, or a gender marker change. Some of these things that are just really important for the queer community, and also barriers for a lot of us. That's why your presence literally matters to the sustainability of the store and also the sustainability of our stories.
seeing people making new friends, building their queer community in Salt Lake City. It's kind of beautiful to watch.
I'm using my money that the community has invested in this space to then invest in other queer people, and especially queer people of color, disabled queer people, sex workers, like fat queer people, the people that are pushed aside in favor of like the new white lady romance.
You can really see that Kaitlyn is a community leader, and so many other bookstores, so many other people are really impressed with what Kaitlyn has done. And I think it's important for more people to take that leap and to take that plunge and to do something new and exciting, like build a queer bookstore.
In this space, I'm trying to celebrate the joy and the representation. And again, the fact that we've always been here. You are welcome here, you're safe here, and let me know if I can help you.